Hi and welcome to Superhuman Hearing for Musicians. I'm Chaz and today we're gonna explore your 5-minute daily hack to improve your musicality. Not everybody has perfect pitch, which means the ability to recognize any given pitch without any reference note. However, you can develop relative pitch with extensive ear training. To begin today's training session, head over to edu.morningdewmedia.com and open the main menu, and we will head over to the ear training tab and go to the introduction. We already discussed how ear training is great for learning melodies, basically any type of music, and it's also good to improve sight reading. Now, before we continue, make sure you watch my 2 previous episodes because we discuss important stuff like the 12 basic intervals, which is basically crucial to know about before we continue with the ear training session. So we can select what to train, we have the practice keyboard intervals, and basically identify intervals on a keyboard. So in this practice session we're gonna guess the interval between the 2 notes played. So this is melodic intervals. First out we get to select the interval range to practice. If you're a beginner, I highly recommend that you narrow the range so you practice only like small intervals to begin with. So let's practice minor second and major second. And we're gonna press start. Right, so the first note is gonna be displayed in blue. And we get to select the second note. Now, if we want to hear the interval again, we can just press repeat, please. So if you know your intervals, or if you watched my previous episode, we talked about the minor second being the Jaws theme. And this definitely sounds like the Jaws. So it's going to be a minor second, which means 1 step on the keyboard. So from the F, we're going to go 1 step up to the F sharp. Great, correct, minor second. And we also got the score here, 1 out of 1. And now we can continue the process and just press play again and hear the next interval. Minor second again. If we know our happy birthday theme, we know that this is the major second. So it's gonna be 2 steps. So from the E, F, and then the F sharp. Yeah, so you can also play melodies on this keyboard. Okay, so a quick break here. I highly recommend that you sing the notes that you hear, because it's going to help you develop a more sensibility for the pitch intervals. And you can also have an instrument at hand, maybe a keyboard or a guitar fretboard, and pick out the notes from on the fretboard, because that will also help you with the sensibility for the different intervals. Now let's practice the minor third and the major third. So when I hear this interval, I hear the song da 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 na 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 na, and that's how I identify this interval, and that's a major third. Let's play again. Again, major third. Now that's the Axel Fowley theme. So that's gonna be 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. The keyboard unfortunately don't go as high, but that was a minor third. Okay, so let's expand this to the full interval range, which means that we will practice everything from the minor second to the perfect octave. Sounds like Jaws, so that's a minor second. That's a 5th. That's a major 6th. And this will be a perfect 4th, because I know that this melodic interval reminds me of the song Tip Tap. So that's a perfect 4th, which will be 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as a beginner, I highly recommend that you have this list with all the intervals and the steps while you practice here with the keyboard. Okay, so let's try the next interval training app. So let's go to the menu again, and we will head to the intervals too. And here we first can select what kind of mode we want to practice. There's the basics, we have a random root note and directional, which means that the interval can go both upwards and downwards. So let's try the random root first and practice from minor second to perfect fifth. And that's a major third. And the good thing with this ear training application is that you also get to see the notes, the sheet music, so to speak. So we can see that this was an A and a C sharp. And this is a major second, because it's 2 steps. And that's an F to G. That's also a major second. Da da. Perfect fifth. Yeah, so that's how you get started practicing intervals with my ear training application here at edu.morningmedia.com. Now, if you have any type of questions or feedback, please let me know in the comments. Now continue and make sure to practice this 5-minute daily hack every day, and you're gonna get the relative pitch in no time. My name is Matthias. Thanks for watching. Bye.